Wake up, sleepyheads. It's your Uncle Grandy. And today we're going to talk about a few things, such as, this article. Obama to meet with military leaders about sexual assaults. This is out the Huffington Post. In this video. But if you scan down the article, you'll find out that it's approximately 26,000 sex crimes reported in the military, and our women are being sexually assaulted in the military. Some say it's around 27,000 women who's being sexually assaulted. But that's not the issue. We have to ask ourselves two questions. One, why are we sending our women to fight our battles? And two, how did we get to the point where men of war are expected to think like women? See, that's the issue. That's the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to talk about. First of all, women, I love you, but we're not equal. We're opposite. That's just the way it is. That's life. You have an important role as the nurturers, and we have an important role as the providers. It's like the sun and the moon. Both are equally as important, because we wouldn't have life on earth without either one of them. But they're not equal. They're opposite. But they use this to water down reality. Yeah, men treat women bad and abusively. Yeah, women deserve to be happy and paid an equal wage if they doing the same job. But there's limit to our equality. You can't make opposites the same. You just can't. Now let's look at it this way. You got the military, where you got people that join military for different reasons. Some want a better education. Some want to get out of poverty, and they see that as a one way out. And then there's those who just want to kill. That's right. There are sociopaths in the army. But what they don't tell you is most sociopaths excel in the army. If you're ruthless towards your enemies, you're gonna excel. If you don't have that mechanism or those filters that stop you from killing, if you get some joy out of it, you're gonna do great in the military. But now we looking at it as equal. Women should be able to do this when they're not wired that way. And folks, they're doing this on purpose. They're feminizing the men. This has got nothing to do with women. This is about weakening our army and feminizing the men. If you go to the Bible, it says the men will be as women in the daughter of Babylon in their final battle. And that's why we're going to lose, because the men going to think and act like women. Now I know a lot of you still don't think that makes a difference. With all this technology and all this, that Yeah, you can be a ruthless killer, but then you can show compassion for women all in one. It doesn't work that way. Just because America's doing it doesn't mean the rest of the world is doing it that way. You understand? Because you can tell them to be all sensitive and kind, and they should be to women. But when you in a war, you have to have the mindset of a fighter. You have to put compassion to the side. Now, am I condoning rape? No. I'm saying don't put the women in that situation. Women, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're setting yourself up. Now, it's 26,000 or 27,000 right now. Now they're gonna say, hey, we just gonna have to get tougher on these guys, and we gonna have to just make stricter penalty. Women should be able to come into the armed service and not be harassed. That's what they're gonna say, and they're gonna do that. And then they're going to put more women in there. And then more going to happen. And then more women going to want to prove that it can't happen. And then more and more women is going to get assaulted. Just like they do on the wars and the drugs. It never get better. It only get worse. You know why it's going to happen? Because you can't do it. You can't put men in a high stress situation with women and expect for every single one of those men to have the mindset where they're going to be in protect mode of that woman. Especially when you train out your men since birth not to have the protect mode for women anymore. Because they equal. You protect people weaker than you. Now while we acting like women, they want to send us over here to fight straight up men. This is a little graphic video. I want to show you what the Syrian rebels are doing. Now these men are being backed by us. Remember, we have to be sentimental and soft. But meanwhile, here's what the rebels that we're funding in Syria are doing. Let me see.
Syrian rebels post a horrifying video of a man literally eating the heart of his enemy. Hi everyone, it's David Begnaud. This is Newsbreaker. It is a video being slammed by human rights groups, and I want to warn you, it's very graphic. The unverified video posted to the Facebook page Syrian Truth shows a Syrian rebel cutting open a dead soldier. He then reaches into the man's chest, pulls out his heart, and holds it up. He says, "I swear to God, we will eat your hearts and your livers, you soldiers of Bashar the dog." He then puts the heart in his mouth. Bashar refers to Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, the leader who has reigned over a civil war in Syria that has lasted 2 years and cost tens of thousands of lives. The actions labeled a war crime by US-based Human Rights Watch.
You see that? You get it now? How do you train your soldiers to be killers and fight people like this, and at the same time be compassionate and watch what you say and how you act around women? You don't have the women and the men in the same situation. You don't do it. Well, that's all I got to say about that, because I know people gonna still do it, and they don't care how many women get hurt. See, people like me, they'll say I'm wrong because I don't want no woman put in that situation to get hurt. Meanwhile, they'll keep putting the women in that situation, and hundreds of thousands of women that get sexually assaulted and hurt and raped. But they're right. My way, no women will get harmed. Let's see how many get harmed their way. Wake up, people. Because you got to remember what's going on here. While we trying to get our women to fight our battles, we got the military buying up bullets, and now they got this article. They saying they don't even need the president to enact martial law. They saying that the military can do it on their own in a case of an emergency. Now, if that's not a coup, if that's not the military taking over in a crisis situation, please explain to me what a coup is. See, they bought 2 billion rounds of ammunition. Janet Napolitano don't know anything about that. They got the IRS spying on people. They got targets that look like everyday citizens and children and pregnant women. They keep having these martial law drills. But these coward ass men we got in this country, excuse my language, they want the women to go fight in the wars, and they gonna stay home and watch basketball and hockey and all that. I'm telling y'all, I'm calling y'all out because I get tired of this. When I'm at work and they talking about sports and all that, and I get to talking about these things and they try to act like I'm not cool, I make sure they know you's a punk ass bitch if you ain't paying attention to what's going on in your community. Get your scary ass away from me. So God, I'm all y'all out there, men. I'm telling you, if you know how many points is scored in the game, if you got the stats and statistics on all these things, that's fine. But if you got all that and you don't know what's going on and how to keep your family safe, you're a coward and a child. You need to get out the room when grown men talking. If you don't know what's going on with the Benghazi thing, the IRS spying on people, the Association Press being wiretapped, Congress being wiretapped, they're finna take over the government. The government already been taken over. They're about to roll it out, folks. Roll it, and I'm telling you. And for all the good cops out here, I can't emphasize enough. Y'all gonna have to make the arrests. Sooner or later, you can't be good if you allow this to happen. Now, let's look at your boss. And you tell me if your boss is a liar.
I mean, come on.
This is who you work for.
Speaking of comedy, because it's unintentional comedy,
listen to this.
Here's the Attorney General yesterday saying, I don't know, I don't know. There's only some of the I don't knows. I know nothing. Here it is.
Do you know why that was not done? There are exceptions to that rule. I do not know, however, again, Mr. Chairman, I don't know. 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 That I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know whether or not. I just don't know. I don't know exactly how IRS has constructed it. I don't know when the subpoena was issued. Well, I don't know precisely. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the specific questions. Now, again, I don't know what happened.
Well, either you know or you don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know when. I don't know. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Oh, all right.
I did not know. I don't know what you all are going to ask me. I didn't know. I technically, I don't know. I don't know.
I was not here. I did not even get up this morning. Visit Infowars.com.
Nah. If you can't tell that your boss is lying, turn in your badge. Come on. I'm talking to the detectives. You got detectives out there. You got law enforcement who this is your job to identify when criminals are lying. Make the arrest. Man up. It's easy to get for 15 of y'all to point a gun at one man and act all tough and beat the hell out of him where he probably was going to surrender anyway. Y'all put on all these gear and run around and act tough in neighborhoods where ain't nobody fighting back. Make the hard arrest. It's y'all job. Make the arrest. Quit coming after us. Don't say nothing else to us until you get the criminals. Make the arrest. If you don't, you choose evil. You get it? Man up. You chose that job. You swore on earth an oath to protect the Constitution from enemies, foreign and domestic. Do your job or quit. You got the director of Homeland Security. She don't know nothing. Whenever something go wrong, she don't know. The president never knows what nobody else is doing. The IRS never know. How can you have a job and you never know what your underlings doing and you keep it? You should be fired just because of the fact people under you keep messing up and being corrupt. Do your jobs or quit. This your Uncle Grandy. Once again, wipe that sleep out your eye. Have a good day. I'm out.